Hello everyone. My name is Jeffrey and I'm a crocodile, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Jeffery Show. As you should all know, it's Christmas Eve, and you know what that means, right? Tomorrow is Christmas, so of course I had to do a Christmas show. In this episode I have a bunch of stuff lined up for you guys. I'll be teaching you how to cook the perfect Christmas lunch, and I'll be telling you about the time I met Santa Claus, but that's later. Firstly, I've got the perfect guide on how to buy the perfect present for someone you may have forgotten. Roll the tape. When you hear the word Christmas, many of you will instantly think of the presents you'll be giving and receiving tomorrow on the day. Now that I've mentioned presents though, I'm positive you'll now be going over everyone you needed to buy something for, and making sure that everyone is covered, even though there's one person you actually did forget about. But you won't actually remember this until later tonight, and you'll be trying to call up any shop you can to sell you something, even though it's no use, because Christmas Day is only in a few hours. Anyway, presents. You usually buy gifts for a loved one or a friend, and never think about that one person you dislike the most. In this tutorial, however, I'll be teaching you how to buy the perfect present for someone you hate. Firstly, you need to have a person in mind. Once you do, the next step will be to discover what they like. An amateur like you might think you should ask your enemy what they like, but this may seem suspicious. A good idea would be to stalk your enemy for a few hours, to discover as much as you can. The best part is that this doesn't seem suspicious at all, so you don't need to worry about your enemy getting apprehensive. Speaking of enemy, if your enemy leaves while you're spying on them, be sure to make use of this perfect opportunity and break into their house. Once inside, begin searching for any more clues as to what they like, and once you have enough information, write a list of their favorite things. Once you have that list, you need to completely disregard it. Yes, that's right, throw it out the window or something. Now, you need to go to the shops and buy the exact opposite of what they liked. Once you have got a present, now comes the fun part. Wait until they return, and when they do, jump out and surprise them with their new gift.
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president.
Well, that worked well. As you can see, buying a present for someone you hate is incredibly easy, so why not try it out this holiday season? After watching that, I bet you're all rushing to the shops to buy a present for that one special person you hate. Anyway, as I've already mentioned, I actually met Santa on another Christmas Eve not long ago. Here's the story of the time I met Santa. So as you may know, many set out to catch Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, and as far as I'm aware, none have been successful. You may have seen this video on the internet, where some random kid apparently catches Santa on camera.
What's that?
Oh
I saw
my!
a shadow.
What is it?
It's the reindeer bells!
That come on.
Oh my god.
I see it!
Oh my God.
What?
Sadly, however, this video is clearly fake, because Santa wears purple, obviously. Believe or not though, I actually met Santa last Christmas, and this is story of the time I met Santa.
What?
It all started last year on Christmas Eve. It was late at night, and a few hours away from midnight, and I was up and awake watching a movie. You see, every night on Christmas Eve I watch the same movie. Mary Ass Carrie Goes to Space. If you haven't seen it, here's a clip. It really is a Christmas classic. Anyway, I was at the part where Mary Ass Carrie is about to arrive at the space Christmas party when a car crashed through my wall. Anyway, I thought it must have been some honest mistake, because things like this do happen. For example, only a week ago I accidentally crashed a plane into the public pool. But that's a different story. I looked over to see what was going on when I heard a sound behind me, and turned back around to see Santa Claus standing right there. I looked a bit closer though, and noticed that Santa Claus was actually Jim Fallon. If that doesn't prove that movies are real, I don't know what does. I asked Santa why he crashed a car into my house, and he told me it was an honest mistake, just like the time I crashed a plane into the public pool. Turns out the reindeers had all caught colds because they forgot to put on their woolly sweaters a few nights ago, so Santa had to use his car to deliver presents instead. Sadly though, Santa didn't have much time to chat because he had to deliver 10 more presents and couldn't stay for long, so I said goodbye to Tim before he reversed his car out of my guest bedroom and left. So there you have it. The story of the time I met Santa. I hope you enjoy the story, and I also hope that proves to you that I really have met Santa. Also take that, Evan. So there you go. I think that's proof enough, if I do say so myself. Now, for the final segment in tonight's show, I'll be teaching you how to make the perfect Christmas lunch, because what's Christmas without food? What happened here? Anyway, welcome to Cooking with Jeffrey. Today I'm teaching you how to cook the perfect Christmas lunch. Roll the intro. After you have the presents and the decorations, what comes next? Well, rest obviously, but apart from that is the lunch. I've recently acquired the perfect recipe for Christmas Day lunch from a wise banker at the top of a mountain for the small price of $99.99. Here's what you'll need. A turkey, some tomatoes, a carrot, half a bottle of soda water, a box of cereal, an oven, a tiny guitar, a potato, actually no tiny guitar, an upside down salad bowl, some twine, some wine, a vine, a pine, fault line, fear line, grapevine, landmine, guideline, read between the lines, at the state line, by the shoreline, up a Swiss pine, down the strip mine, and the sunshine. Sorry about that. There is also a high chance you'll need insurance after this, but anyway, I hope you got all that, because we are cooking now. Firstly, we need to prepare the turkey. The first thing you gotta do is take the bottle of soda water, and then notice that there's nothing in it, because it's literally half an empty bottle. Secondly, take the carrot, and then eat it. It will give you superhuman/crocodile abilities to see in the dark really well. This will help later. Now, take the turkey and put it in the oven. After you have carefully placed the turkey into the oven, now we need to make the stuffing. Firstly, take the cereal box and take out the cereal and disintegrate it or something. You won't be needing that. Now you need to take the empty cereal box and a potato masher and mash the box up until you practically have stuffing. Okay, so now you have your stuffing made, and your turkey in the oven, but there's still one thing you need to do. Remember how I said that those carrots would come in handy? Now's that time. It's a little known fact that turkeys cook better in the dark, so what we're going to do now is turn off the light. As you may have guessed, this is not part of the plan, but the funny thing is I never even told you what temperature to set the oven to, let alone to turn it on in the first place, so how could any of this even happen at all? Then again, I also pulled a full bowl of cereal out of the box earlier, and they weren't even serious, so the continuity of this entire video is way off, but that's beside the point. If this does happen though, there is one thing you can do. Now most of you should have a fire extinguisher lying around. If you do, you just want to pick it up and throw it right into the oven. Well then, whoops. Remember how I said you might need insurance after this? Well, you may want to get some right about now. Yes, hello, I'd like 1 large pepperoni and 3 garlic breads. Thanks. Oh, what? You thought I was talking about car insurance or something? No way. I was talking about my favorite pizza delivery company, Insurance Pizza. Here they are now. Also, if you're gonna do this, you should probably do it in someone else's house. I mean, this one's at my house. So that right there, folks, is how you cook the perfect Christmas lunch. But with that though, it's the end of the show. Now, this video along with the first episode of the Jeffery Show is the last video of 2017, and for quite some time. I'm working on a new formula for the show and this episode was a little taste of it. I'll be returning next year during early February, so mark that on your calendar. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoy the video, and be sure to have a happy and safe Christmas, and I'll see you next year. Bye.